Galimera. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And as you can see, I've started the broadcast this morning inside the house, and some of the Christmas cards and also a birthday card that arrived for me yesterday. I was really quite pleased about that. I've got to show you this card from my brother Simon. If you're looking for a builder in the Kent area, Coldwell Construction, very good company, very reliable. I'm sure they take a call from you, all right, if you are looking for any work to be done. But anyway, there you go. That's what was with the post yesterday. Plus as well, we opened the parcel as well, and Jane got a lovely present in the parcel, but I'll save that for another day, all right? Right then, let's get outside, quickly show you the weather for today. It's absolutely lovely. It's warm, actually, to be quite honest. Not cold at all. Bright sunshine as well. And we had a pretty we had a dry night, bit of humidity, but no rain or anything else like that, and it is absolutely glorious at the moment. Looking over the back of the hills down towards Amber Lockerbie and straight through down to Kerry, looking lovely in that direction. A little bit of smoke in the area, people still doing their olives even up until this time, and people just generally mulling about. And also, I can't hear any trumpets being played this morning by our neighbour, the bandsman. He's doing very well, actually, considering he couldn't play the trumpet at the beginning of the first lockdown with all the practice he's had over the past months. He's getting very good at the moment. He's probably got a concert coming up when we're allowed out properly. But anyway, that's the weather today. Absolutely glorious sunshine. Nice and warm as well. Big shout out to Hilary Rogers, who's tuning in at the moment as well, and also Susie Angus is also looking in too. And up onto the veranda and give you the news for today. Also, Jane's back at the police station today to do the second part of her biometric card. We'll see how that goes today. Hopefully, no trouble whatsoever. Right, let's quickly turn the screen round. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm looking rather nice this morning with the sun glinting across the side of my face. But anyway, it's the 21st of January. It's Thursday. Where's this week going? God knows. And it's day 76 of the lockdown. Anyway, COVID in the last 24 hours. Actually it's looking better, actually. We've had 516 new infections recorded yesterday, which was down from the day before at 566, which is 149,973 since the pandemic started, of which 52% of those are males. Now, 16 cases were identified at entries into the country, which was down from the other day where it was 17. So that's a positive. Now, we've had one new case which appears in the national figures. However, at the moment, there's been nothing reported in the local media to say that this person is here. So probably this person is somewhere else. But because of their AMCA number, that's where they take their residency from. Because their AMCA number shows Zakynthos, probably we've just been given the mark, all right, from that, and it's been chalked up to Zakynthos. But at the moment, none of the local media is reporting anybody testing positive or going to them directly for testing, so it must be a national figure from somewhere else. Anyway, at the moment, we've only had 4 positive cases here on the island since the beginning of 2021. But anyway, I'm keeping it at 4 at the moment, just to see if anybody does come forward within the next couple of days and says, yeah, they fit or whatever, and it's reported locally. Anyway, when it comes to deaths, that's down as well. Yesterday we had 30 deaths, and today reported at 27 deaths. So that brings the total deaths since the pandemic started to 5,518. And the average age of those people is 79 years of age. 95% of them had underlying health problems or were over the age of 70. And when it comes to critical cases in ICUs at the moment, critical cases are also down. They're down quite a bit, from 320 down to 300, of which 213 are male, 87 are female. The average age of people in ICUs at the moment is 69. They have underlying health issues or are over the age of 70. So all the figures today are down, which is good. Anyway, the plan proposed by the Greek Prime Minister Mitsotakis for issuing all citizens with a digital certificate once vaccinated against COVID-19, that seems to be proceeding. The Prime Minister said yesterday the reason for the certificate will be to ease travel for those vaccinated, but it also will legally confirm vaccinations as well. I don't like that word, legally confirm vaccinations. Anyway, once vaccinated, citizens interested in obtaining the certificate will soon be able to obtain it via the government's website, gov.gr, or through the citizens' service centres. So anyway, we shall wait and see on that one. Anyway, also been reported a further 144 COVID vaccination centres opened yesterday across Greece, going towards the 1,000 proposed centres that will open as more doses of COVID-19 vaccines become available. At the moment, we're still waiting for more doses here on the island. Anyway, yesterday, the Prime Minister also clarified that the government's goal is to open the rest of the schools, and he said all other activities can wait, hinting that the reopening of ski resorts, restaurants and travel between countries would be postponed, not between prefectures at the moment then. According to the Prime Minister, the government's goal is to achieve security and the resumption of activities through vaccinations, because rapid health shielding means faster economic recovery and faster breathing for society. We shall see and wait on that one. I must admit, Jane just told me a story this morning. In Lockdown Skeptics, there's an article there, you can check that for yourselves, saying that they reckon there's going to become there could come discrimination between those who have the vaccination and those that don't. Also, interestingly, Saga now has told all its potential customers they must be fully vaccinated before they will allow them onto any of their holidays. Now, I've got a point. Saga are, or their clientele is normally more mature people, much older people. So yeah. Saga seem at the moment to be the ones who are leading the way. But anyway, I'll keep my eye on that story and see what else comes out of it. Anyway, some local news now. The Zakynthos Mayor, Mr. Aritakis, returned to the issues concerning the problematic sewage network on the island. And in recent interview he gave to the local media, he referred to the serious case of the unfinished sewage network for the city of Zakynthos, or Zakynthos town, which he repeated seems to have been completed, so funding cannot be secured. Now, the town has had numerous amounts of funding over the years through different administrations to sort out the water and the sewage works there. Technically, there's still issues with it, but as far as the government, the Greek government is concerned, it is good enough, all right? And basically no more funding is available for it through any other sectors. Anyway, he said that the project has received different sets of funding in the past years from the CSF and the Public Investment Programme. However, the work has remained unfinished, causing huge problems in much of the city. The mayor said that he has been investigating the project and reiterated that due to the fact that the project is considered complete as far as the government authorities are concerned, it cannot be funded by the Ministry of the Interior, forcing the municipality to seek sources of funding from its own resources. Now, the mayor iterated, some are to blame for this. I do not care what happened, but what will happen. Further adding, but no one can be blamed for the fact that today our hands are tied. We will look for where the money went, but he said we will not look for where the money went, but the problem is for the city is serious. Anyway, according to already registered required data for Zakynthos, the sewage network, which is separate and covers 100% of the town, said that the discharge measurements of wastewater at the treatment plant are satisfactory, so the town is in compliance with the provisions of the directive handed to the municipality by the government. So basically, the government is happy, the locals might not be happy, but the point is a lot of money has been spent on the water infrastructure in the town, and there's no more money coming from outside. So it's got to be done from within the municipality. So again, that's another little interesting story to keep an eye on. It's interesting that he's not interested in going after previous administrations where maybe undue practices were going on. He just wants to concentrate on the now of getting things sorted so the water is of a higher standard, and also the faults that there are fixed here within the system. Anyway, another little project which I've got to be honest, I'm really excited about. This has been a long time in coming. Anyway, described in the local press as the mega project of seaplanes, and the operation of seaports is getting closer and closer to takeoff, as their construction, licensing and procedures are in full swing throughout Greece. Anyway, the goal is to have 150 waterways operating in 5 years, creating the largest network in all of Europe. Now, according to the president and CEO of the Hellenic Seaplanes SA, Nicholas Chambolis, and the president of Hellenic Waterways, they're the guys who are leading this. The developments in the issue of licensing is increasing and aspires to turn Greece into the Europe's Maldives, because they use a lot of planes in the Maldives, with the creation of 2,000 direct and 5,000 indirect jobs attached to this project as well, which they say will rewrite the map of transport in our country and its full development to give Greece's economy over €1 billion. Now, according to him, this is a project that brings investments of over €300 million in 5 years through construction of waterways over €50 million. Now, basically, what they're saying is that they're not going to build waterways in the way that you'd see physical work being done. What they're saying is that they're going to provide the infrastructure for basically aircraft to be able to take on and off from the waters within their locations. Now, Zakynthos, I knew years ago, had been doing trials, and there is photographs of trials that were conducted in the port, with little seaplanes taking off and then flying from the port. They'd even built a pontoon which was movable, so that the pontoon would move across to where the aircraft is, and people would get on the aircraft, and then the aircraft would take off. So it is achievable. It's been a long time in coming. At the moment, Corfu is also busy at the moment putting the legislation through that is required for this project to go ahead. And the northern part of Corfu, there's 3 little islands up there, which I only discovered about yesterday. And they are, let's just find what they're there. They are called the, where is it? Oh, I've lost where they are now. But yeah, the beautiful islands called the Diapita Islands, I think that's how you pronounce that, which consist of Erakusa, Othonos and Marathia. They are waterway areas that have been highlighted as well, and they come under the direction of Corfu, as they're like parent island. So again, it's all money and licenses are being applied for that location as well. So it looks like you'll be able to fly from Zakynthos, maybe to Corfu, maybe to Kefalonia, because Kefalonia is also involved in this project, and you could probably leapfrog from island to island using the aircraft. Again, it's I've got to be honest, I don't know if this is going to be an affordable service or this is going to be a bit of a novelty. I do know that they were also trying to sell the service on the side of medical safety, saying that with the seaplanes, it means then that there's another way of getting people to hospital quickly via seaplane. That was one of the things muted years ago. Although I've got to be honest, I'm not seeing that in any of the latest information reference the Seaplanes project. But again, something to keep an eye on, and we will see how that proceeds in the future. And finally, according to the Cultural Ministry, there was an announcement made on Tuesday that a Roman-era shipwreck and evidence of other shipwrecks dating back to Greece's classical and Hellenistic eras has been discovered in the seas off the island of Kassos. Now, Kassos is in the southernmost island of the Deccanese archipelago, and according to the ministry, the most important find associated with recent dives is the Roman-era shipwreck, which carries emirate frit, which is like special jars. Now, these jars are classified as Dresel 20 and contained oil made in Spain in the areas of Guadalquivir, I think that is pronounced, sometime during the 1st and 3rd century AD. They also said the spectacular find also contained Africa 1, a type of arafat made from the ceramic workshops of what was known as the Africa Pronigalis, specifically in the region which is now Tunisia. So anyway, according to the finds, the shipwreck may date back between the 2nd and 3rd century AD. And the underwater excavations, all located and confirmed, around another shipwrecks have been found, including one carrying arafat made in northern Aegean in the Hellenistic era during the 1st century BC, and one carrying arafat made in Medea during the classical era during the 5th century BC, and one that was considerably recent one. So there you go. History is still there beneath our feet and in the waters. Again, Zakynthos is surrounded by a lot of historical waters as well. And people do like to go diving here. So maybe next time you're thinking about a diving holiday, then obviously why not give Zakynthos a thought. Speak to Mike Gallantry. He's the man who is good at basically doing that as well. Right, let's have a quick look, see who's tuning in at the moment. Colin Filson is tuning in. That's a new name. Nice to see you, Colin. Julie Allen is also watching as well. Hilary Rogers is watching too. Nice to see you, Hilary. Susie Angus is also watching also. George Lorick George from Obelix Restaurant is watching as well. Nice to have you tuning in, fella. I'm looking forward to when you reopen, I'll tell you that now. Steve Hinklin is also watching as well in Stoke-on-Trent. Don't know what the weather is like where you are at the moment, but here it's lovely. Right, just a quick one. Yesterday we had some issues again trying to get online to do the broadcast. The broadcast in the end, I ended up only just doing an hour once everything had been sort of sorted out. I've had to change broadcast computers because one of them has had to go into for repair. I'm hopefully going to get some more news on that tomorrow. But now that I've got the new one set up, I think there shouldn't be any more issues at the moment, but I will let you know. Once again, Steve Hinckley's just said to me it's snowy where he is at the moment in Stoke-on-Trent. But anyway, there is a show up online. Again, it's just a test show, and it's all soul music, actually, which calmed me greatly yesterday from the frustrations of trying to get the broadcast out. But hopefully everything is okay. And I will be doing another show on Friday. Again, same time, 3 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock Greek time. Just put your little comments and your little requests down in below in the comments area, and we will see how that goes. But anyway, that's it from me. I will see you tomorrow. We're off to town today to see Mr. Spiro. Well, not me, Jane is. Good luck to her. Push her in the office and stand outside and wait and see what happens. But anyway, you take care and have a great day. Ta-ra.